Okay, so let's begin this off with my low, my high, my act of kindness. My low, it rained. A lot. A lot. Seriously, like, don't get me wrong, I like rain every now and again, but this is just incredibly obnoxious. And the sad part is, it wasn't even, like, it was a combination of, like, rain that's just, like, downpouring like no one's business. And it's coming in on and off, too. So, like, you think you're in, like, the eye of the storm, then there's more rain. Okay, now in the exit. No, there's even more rain. Okay, now, no, we're still, seriously. And, I mean, I hope the weather gods get this out of their system now, because with 4th of July weekend this week, 4th of July weekend this week, we kind of want to be outside and play, go swimming, have backyard barbecues and fireworks and such. I mean, yeah, granted, Sunday you're not really going to be able to enjoy fireworks because, I know a lot of people like to say that the day after, here's the thing, the day after 4th of July is supposed to be like a day off or something, just because, well, why not, considering what happened the night before. But are they really going to do that for a Monday, though? That's honestly why. Here's the thing. I really think, like, Independence Day weekend, instead of being on, don't get me wrong, July 4th, that's great. I'm glad that we have that designated day. But if you really want to stay inside and watch fireworks, or, say you have a day to travel home the next day, why not just have it be on the first Saturday in July? You have, like, essentially a 1 in 7 chance that first Saturday in July is going to be the 4th. The 4th of July this year it was on Saturday. Actually, no, it wasn't on Saturday last year, was it? Oh, it was. It was on Saturday last year. Holy cow, yeah, it was. So, this is definitely, something to maybe convene. Personally, I would think it'd be less likely to have that holiday move to the first Saturday in July than having Halloween move to the final Saturday in October. But it's an idea. It gives more people an opportunity to celebrate, and, if we want to stay an extra day wherever we're at, we can do that. Or use that day to travel home, maybe. Right. What was my high? I guess my high was the fact that I was actually entertained to a very, very good episode of Hot Ones. I was not expecting Malcolm Gladwell to do as well as he. Don't get me wrong, he acknowledged that the wings he was eating were hot, to be sure. But there was actually some poise to him, So I thought it was very impressive. And my act of kindness was I ran a couple of errands for my grandmother yesterday. So, that said, good morning, happy Friday, everyone. What is there not to look forward to today? I'm eating myself some Ritas today. It's going to be awesome. I'm heading up to Cuca Lake this afternoon. Also awesome. The weather, well, it's not rainy. I'll take that. That's awesome. Actually, I can actually see the blue sky sort of, parting a little bit. So that's cool. Well, I say it's parting, like, the sun is clearly rising, and if it weren't for the clouds right in front of me, there'd be like a huge pink-orange shine on my face. And yet, I always forget to wear a teal. Seriously, pink, teal, and orange are a great color combination. They just are. I just feel it. So, pink, teal, and orange. If only it was red, white, and blue. Well, technically, actually, pink is red and blue. I think it's red and white. Why is it? Red and blue is purple. Stupid. Red and white is pink. Teal, it's kind of blue. And orange, well, orange doesn't evoke happiness. It can evoke happiness. Unless you're wearing an orange lantern, in which case it promotes greed or avarice. So, yeah. Yeah, I know a little Green Lantern lore. So what? This is weird. I got like this bruise on my arm yesterday. And I have no idea how I got it. Like, none whatsoever. Like, I didn't bang my arm in anything or nothing. All of a sudden, bam. I just got this bruise. I mean, it doesn't really hurt that much or anything, you know. This sort of thing where, you know, it's there. But it's so, like, distracting, you know? Like, you just, you brush your arm past something, but then you have the bruise right here. Like, oh, I have a bruise right there. Right, I have a episode of Hot Ones to talk about. So, well, it was great seeing a journalist on Hot Ones for once. Honestly, if I ever really needed any reason why I shouldn't be a writer, look at Malcolm Gladwell, because a part of me always has these sorts of, here's the thing, I'm legit worried, like, if I ever became like a writer or an author, and let's say I publish a work that's so incredibly, you know, popular that, you know, I form an ego and become very pretentious, like, I wouldn't like myself then. You know, it's just like, Harold Villarosa from Bon Appetit says. Shout out to Uncle Harold. You know, if you forget who you are, where you come from, you become something you're not. He uses much more colorful language when he says that, but yeah, that pretty much that. And Malcolm Gladwell really didn't come across as pretentious at all. At least not that I noticed. I mean, he definitely has the mannerisms of a writer and author where they're very soft-spoken, very kind of subtle and quiet when they talk. And his insight to some of the questions that he answered were very, very profound. Like, one question that sometimes comes up on Hot Ones are memes art? And while Malcolm Gladwell doesn't really feel it that way, I really do like his answer how memes are actually a response to something that's new, wild, and just has to be talked about on the internet. Which makes sense. Or can be used to talk about something new and wild and all over the internet for whatever reason. And everyone's talking about it and whatever. So I really liked his answer for that. Another really good, I really liked how he talked about, running, being a runner. And as someone who's ran 4 marathons himself, I can definitely, listen. I mean, I don't really do so much running anymore, but, I do definitely, pay attention to some of the, not like the big stuff, like, here's the thing. I'm from upstate New York, specifically near the town of Elmira. Like, the best runner that I personally have ever seen, well, actually, did I say her name? No. This person's an Olympian, but I don't know if I can say her name. Like, my area knows who she is. It's a woman by the name of Molly Huddle, who, good Lord, what hasn't she done in terms of the running world and probably being an inspiration for, women everywhere. They talked about running a little bit. Let's see. Honestly, I felt kind of like, I felt a little better about myself when Malcolm Gladwell said that apparently scientists have figured out that with each new generation, they are smarter than the previous one. So, by all accounts, my generation is smarter than my parents' generation. And my parents' generation is smarter than my grandparents' generation. And my grandparents' generation is smarter than my great-grandparents' generation. And so on and so forth. And it got me thinking, this is actually something the Nostalgia Critic once said. When talking about that one Looney Tunes cartoon that came out in the mid-2010s. When he said, actually it was one of the early 2010s, he said, while great characters don't change, environments always do. And I feel that can be applied here. Because, again, the scientists have said that my generation is smarter than my parents' generation. Well, look at the environment that my generation is in right now. We have access to amenities that well over 100 years ago were either a complete fancy luxury or they didn't even exist yet. Stuff like, electricity, running water, heat in your house, stuff like that. And now my generation not only has access to all those amenities, but we have stuff like, cable television, the internet, social media. The list goes on and on. Personally, it makes me wonder, knowing what I know now, and if I actually lived during those times, would I really be, well, I'm sure the answer would be yes to this, but would I be able to appreciate life and how things are done more so then than now? Probably. I'm almost positive. Unfortunately, that's one of the main problems with my generation is because of, again, all these amenities that we have, cable, internet, social media, all that stuff. We take so many things for granted. Well, I say we, I don't really do that sort of thing, but I say we as in my generation, my peers, if you will. I definitely try and maintain some, things that you should never take for granted. It's one of the main reasons why, truth be told, that's why I leave my windows open. And I say out the sunshine, well, have you seen the sunshine? It's actually quite beautiful. And can really make you feel good if you're feeling down. So think about that. Honestly, I just have to say, Malcolm Gladwell did really well with handling the heat. Again, he still felt, all the symptoms that, you normally do. Although I love how he asked Sean how, he asked him, have you ever gone to the CIA and, showed this and, compared notes on different types of torture? And then Sean's like, no, but I'm keeping that note in my head. That was awesome. That was actually quite funny. I really like that. That's really about it. I'm actually kind of proud of myself because I made sure I really did a good job trying to clean up my apartment for, when I leave for the weekend. And I have to say, looking around, I did pretty well. For me, anyway. I'll be honest, I still have my own share of problems, and let's be honest, I still stink at using a vacuum cleaner. But I like to say, for the most part, I did pretty well. And when I come back, most likely Sunday evening, everything's going to be right where it is, where I left it, and, it'll be a nice, clean place to come back home to. So I am really looking forward to that. That's really about it. Again, Rita's, Keuka Lake, a nice, quiet evening. And that's pretty much my major plan for today, unless, something else comes up. I don't think it will, but you never know. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and follow me on social platforms. Whatever you guys need to do. I'm very humble this video for all you guys watching. Enjoy for the hopefully a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Remember, it's going to talk our channel. We'll be here to London and also be back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.